Hello everyone, wanted to shoot a quick Q&A video. So I got a question from one of y'all about bar chords. Great question, let me read it real quickly. I can play bar chords, but I can't do the A-shape bar chords. How do you do it using only 2 fingers? If you can explain that, that would be very helpful. All right, sure thing. So, first and foremost, if we are doing A-type bar chords, kind of the best way to approach this is and then bringing it up like this. This will give you the ability to transition all of the kind of extensions and voicings and modifications that might come off of this. However, especially if we're in a rock context, let me throw on some overdrive here, and we are doing more like rock riffs, a lot of times we're just playing A bar chords, and really what we need is the meat, that little middle triad here. And so kind of the way to approach this is I'm going to lay my ring finger down and it's going to bow backwards. Let me try to get a good angle on that. I think that's a decent angle. See, I'm laying it flat and it's going to bow backwards. So that allows me to straddle the D, the G, and the B string. And then I'm going to put my index finger down 2 frets below on the A string. So in this case here I'm on 3. My bar's on 5. This gives me a bar chord C. It's the first, the fifth, the octave, and then the third sits on top. So make sure you're getting that B string because that's really where the meat of the major is. Otherwise, we've just got a power chord. If you're still struggling with that, or you need to do something that's a little more concise, try dropping that D string from the mix. Then you don't even have to do a bar chord. We can do this in 3 fingers. Or like this. If you're using more overdrive, fewer strings is better because the overdrive is adding more harmonic information in. So focusing in on the action strings, even just down to 2 intervals like this, depending on how much distortion you have or overdrive you have, is the best way of doing this. But to answer the question, how do I do that 2-fingered? I'm going to basically be thinking of this as a power chord. Like here would be this, and then I'm just going to lay that ring finger entirely flat while bending it like backwards. I have had a few students over the years who, for whatever reason, just can't quite get this backbending motion going on. If that applies to you, I'm sorry, but then also feel free to apply some of this other stuff because it's so not the end of the world that you can't do the full bar thing. The interval you're really looking for is that major third sitting on top of your tonic. Another way you could do this too is have the power chord and then put the third on top. Like that. That sounds good too. So that's another option. If for some reason this barring of the ring finger is tripping you up, try doing it like that. Especially with overdrive, that's probably the sound you're looking for anyways. Getting rid of that octave, especially if you're on a Gibson, is probably a good thing. If you like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you want more content like this, go ahead and subscribe, please. And if you want your questions answered, see, it can happen for you. You can have your questions answered. Go ahead and post them down below. And until the next video, happy practicing.